a self-congratulatory episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. Now, I'm your host, the self-conscious douchebag, Mr. Wonka 7. Now, we're encouraged to by the FAQ I'm using. I'm always using the first FAQ on GameFAQs, because that's usually the completed one, it's the trustworthy one. I'm not going for complexity and ingenuity here. I just want a guy that's complete. Okay, auto crossbow. This is still our best move. I'm sure everyone's still burnt out because of that previous fight we had, so... Gotta love auto crossbow. Edgar and Sabin are my favorite guys at the moment. Locke would be too, since I like having thieves, even though stealing can be a bit of a pain in the ass. It brings a superficial level of depth, but a level of depth nonetheless. I'm not gonna put chance into this equation. I want Bannon to be the healer all the time. I don't want him to do anything else. I don't even want him to attack if we're facing the most basic enemy and everyone's in full health. I'm not gonna chance it. Is this mission really intense like that? No. But I'm a paranoid guy. I've always been paranoid. I always thought the whole world was out to get me. There's some truth to that, actually, but I want to stick to my guns. I want to stick to my principles, because they're what gets you ahead. Okay, we're here. Narshe. Hold on, let me save. Just to be safe. Out of my way, asshole. So if you remember, when I was doing that Final Fantasy Flash Let's Play, as we were going up, we were stopped by Super Mario, the RPG one. Hey, we're supposed to protect that guy. All them niggas get decked. At least they didn't get knocked out from a simple punch like that. Okay, so they're not gonna let us in. How do you hit a female like that? Now, I'm not a chivalrous guy. I do believe that in some cases they do need to get decked. But this is Terra we're talking about. She doesn't deserve it. She's been on her best behavior. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna make an exception because the people here are especially weak. I mean, these are our first enemies, so they're not gonna be very strong. And I want to be judicious with my healing spells and offensive resources. Actually, there's no need for that now that I think about it. Because this is basically free healing right now. Bannon's... He looks like a Neanderthal. Check that shit out. He looks like something you'd see straight off of Koenic Soul. But nah. Like, Bannon's interesting because he's not a white mage, but he is a healer. In fact, I like him better than white mages because he doesn't need MP. He's just healing people like that. See, that's creative. I like that. Are we going the right way? Man, I don't really care if we're going the wrong way. That sounds like a sour grapes thing to say. I don't care if we're going the wrong way. I love that move. We are gaining levels and making progress nonetheless, which I like. Well, I didn't pay attention to a thing it said, so probably going to get into a conflict pretty soon. Okay, these guys are a step above the fray, yet again, I ain't worried about nothing. Oh, but he's specifically targeting Bannon. That's trash. Well, at least we refilled our health. This reminds me of when you were invading Shinra Manor. I mean, the Shinra building. That corporate headquarters thing in Final Fantasy VII. Like, if you don't want to take the long staircase, you gotta deal with that stealth bullshit. Okay, skills. Okay, now let me pay attention to it this time. Of course, my head's never in the right place, but... It takes us straight to Edgar. I like that. The money team right here. Okay, let's do this again. So I got the first part right. Eventually we're gonna get this right. Eventually. Yeah, I'm spouting gambler's fallacy, but it is true. I want to kill that thing because I don't know what the hell it is. Okay. Turn around, Edgar. I swear. I can be a surly guy at times. Okay, let's see. I overshot it. That's the mistake I keep making. I keep overshooting it. Take that one step. It's not necessarily a problem with the controls. Although they can feel a bit glidey at times. Making me feel like I'm Natasha Bedingfield and we're walking on sunshine. Wait, was she the pocketful of sunshine person or walking on sunshine person? I don't know. Two, three. I'm taking these tepid little steps. Let's get the fuck out of here. Okay. My apologies if that annoyed you, but my fingers were laid a little bit to one key to the left, so they were aligned improperly. Guess we don't gotta do this bullshit here. I'm probably skipping on a couple of decent items. Yeah, there are some aspects of this game that I really don't like. And I can't put my finger on it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that was nothing. Well, I figure I'm not gonna rest my elbow on the pillow, because that can only cushion the pain oh so much. I'm gonna rest my shoulder on the pillow, and that way it'll keep the elbow elevated. It does limit me to one hand though, so there is a loss of coordination that comes with that. But I don't really care. Okay, we're backtracking now. Good for me. Let's just end it right here. Okay, let's do this all over again. Am I repeating the same mistakes? Sometimes with me, when the game goes on, when the emulator turns on, the brain shuts off. At least it's stopping at auto crossbows. Yeah, we're going in circles. Yeah, guide, man, help me out. Okay, that seems kind of weird, so... We're going through circles now, but I'm sure if we take the right path, we'll end up exactly where we need to be. Question is, where is that right path that I'm missing out on? You know, sometimes I'm mad at myself for decisions that I make. Okay, let's see. There's a rune edge and Wolf Cave. Okay, so we wasted an opportunity to get a better item. That happens with a lot of the older Final Fantasy games, and it's also happened with Final Fantasy 12 a couple of times where there's a chest, but you shouldn't get it just yet because it'll become something better. I don't know why that is, but that is a cliche. And it's one I'm growing more fond of, actually, because it does affect my inner completionist. Lets me know that sometimes your intuition is fucked. I know that ribbons are good because they were great in Final Fantasy VII, especially if you're trying to beat the super bosses, Ruby and Emerald Weapon. They were fantastic. Why does he have a delay when he says that? He's the only one that isn't moving like crazy. So that's the chest we should have saved for later. Instead of going in circles, I'm gonna backtrack a little more. Yeah. They have moves like that now? Revenge attacks? Pretty complex for first game enemies. I think about it. Hey, we went to the right place all this time. There's so much tension in this game as we're looking for our first espers, but eventually a large bulk of this game will involve us dealing with espers like they're hotcakes. Anyway, I'm going to stop the episode for now. This is our next guy, Locke. This is Mr. Wonka 7. Hope you enjoyed this video, and respect the king.